Hi everyone, time for another update. This time is the alodining of parts. So I started off after the inventory, tried to group the parts as per the packing list into the sub-assemblies or the horizontal stabilizer, and for example, and then started off by taking pictures of each of the components with the labels on. Once I had a decent picture of that part with the label, with a key, say a key identifiable feature of that part, then I could take the label off completely, and there's a lot of the plastic covering on both sides of the part. The labels are normally attached onto that plastic coating, so it comes off with the when you remove those plastic covering. So that was the first step, and one of the things you have to be careful of is, I don't want to mix parts from one sub-assembly with the other, so that it will be hard to trace later on. Yeah, once that was done, then, as I said, the grouping. So I kept the sub-assemblies, so the horizontal stabilizer, all the parts for that, as I said, separated from the other parts. It helps, especially with these smaller brackets. As you can see, some of the brackets are quite similar to the ones used on other components as well. So I think it's easy. It makes it easier if you keep that separate. If you are doing the Alodine process or any other chemical treatment process, painting or priming and painting, whichever you intend to do. The elevator bits, a lot of components. The next step was mainly go through, feel all the components and deburr if any burr was left. Factory's done a pretty decent job on most components. You can see where it's been deburred. Some of it it was left, so mainly went through the longer parts using a steel roll at a 45-degree angle. This was a recommended method by one of the other builders on YouTube, and seems to work fine. On the smaller parts, I've been using the light deburring wheel on a bench grinder, and that is quite easy to just one or two runs, and it takes off the burr nice and clean. And the only thing is you really can't use a glove, because it's a very thin burr, so you'll have to feel it with your fingers to see if it's gone, if it's been taken off. Yeah, once that was done, it was time to clean the parts, just in a little bit of just in a water bath with a little bit of washing up liquid, just to take the bit of dirt and grease off the parts. I've been using the Scotch Brite pad, the purple one. I've been only using it lightly because it can take a bit of the material if you scrub really hard on the parts, and then rinsing it off and letting it dry, so that it doesn't. So it's pretty much clean and ready to go into the next stage of the process. Yeah, so this is it, the Alodine or BONDERITE MCR1201, and the Alumi prep, as it was known before, BONDERITE CIC33. So the first step is dipping or cleaning the parts in the BONDERITE 33 or Alumi prep. It's one part of the Alumi prep and 3 parts of water, and to make that bath. And you can see the parts, the kind of bubbles are created when the material is cleaned, and I've left them to dry just above the bath itself, so that it drains into it, and then rinse it in water before it goes into the Alodine tank. So in dipping in Alodine is pretty straightforward. Just again, Alodine is one third Alodine and 2/3 water for the bath, and it goes into it for 3 minutes. And again, just let it dry, rinse. You have to rinse it off, you know, you shouldn't let it fully dry on the part, so rinse it off and then let it drain back into the tank. And it leaves quite a nice finish on the parts. Yeah, this is all the elevator, the parts from the elevator drying outside in the sunshine. Yeah, it's the elevator main spar. You can see the final finish that you end up with. Quite a nice finish on the wing, on the skins, because I did them quite at the end. The Alodines probably lost its potency. It was coating a light layer, but not quite a bold color as you'd see on the other parts. So here we are with the final stage. We've ended up with the same parts grouped, now all alodined and ready to build. As you can see, the color difference on all the components, they've got a nice color. The skins are a bit light, so I'd say in the next one I'm doing. So we'll be putting some parts together in the next video. So until next time, take care.